Hello, welcome back to the channel as we cover all the things going on around the United States and in the world. And talking about the United States and in the world, if you guys didn't know, about 2 days ago, the African Cup of Nations finals took place in Morocco, where Morocco and Senegal got to play in the finals. But this tournament had a lot of controversy behind it because there's been said that the Moroccans have been treating the West African players very horribly. And this thing of like African racism between the Arabs and the regular Africans have been going on for a very long time. It haven't started now. If you guys don't know, many of the African countries travel from through Libya going through the back way, and the treatment we get are not very good. And also, they have been treating this tournament so bad. Morocco haven't get a hold or a grasp of this tournament's trophy since 1973, if I'm not mistaken. So now that it's getting hosted in their country, they have showed nothing but the infrastructure and the building of the place on how it looks is very awesome, by the way. We must give them that. But when it comes to the humanitarian way of things and the way they was treating people was very, very horrible. Very horrible. And this is not the first time the Arab Africans been treating the rest of Africa like this. To this point, I just think Europe should just adapt Morocco and just add it to Spain or something like that, so we can have peace. But for the ones that don't understand what is going on, let's go and take a look at what the violations that Morocco did. And if I'm FIFA, I might consider taking away that 2030 World Cup from it being played in Morocco. Give it to another African country that really needs it and values it. Me, myself, my experience when I landed in Casablanca was very different when I went to Casablanca. It was very different. They show that the black African, they do not respect it. From my own perspective, I don't care what anybody else think. That's what I seen and what I experienced. But let's go and see what the violations that they did that happened during the African Cup of Nations, which led, because Senegal went through a lot of things. Let's go and get it explained by this
chaos. I'm sure you've seen it all over your social media feeds, but the African Cup of Nations final did devolve in a way that was not the greatest for viewers inside and outside the stadium. But let me explain the context. It is the morning after. We are at the Casablanca airport, and we've had some time to think about what has happened. The vibe in Morocco has calmed down a little bit, but last night it was not calm at all. Let me explain why. The context is that the first drama began when Senegal left their base in Tangier and came to Rabat. The issue was that when Senegal got off the train and exited the train station, they were mobbed by fans. Let's be very clear. They were not hurt and they were not harmed. But it was the...
You don't see no official in sight. How do you have a country, how do you host a tournament and you don't have protection for the teams you are playing against? How do you do that? Like, explain that to me. I do not understand it. How do you host a tournament and this is the semi-final contenders right here, possibly going to the final, the semi-final. This is how you treat them, like, and they think we are stupid to not know what they are doing. Like, how?
Principle that was the issue for the Senegalese coach Pape Thiaw. He said that it was not fair and not right for the Senegalese team to be treated in such an unsafe way.
Look at the players. This is the players right here. Look at them.
He said that the team could have been harmed. Things could have gone wrong.
Look, you can even tell that they're not comfortable by the way they're moving around. This is crazy.
And he's right. So that's strike one. Strike two, the Senegalese got to their hotel, and they felt that the quality of the hotel that they received was not up to the standard they wanted for a final. Strike two. Strike three, the Senegalese get to the training facilities, and they feel like they're being monitored by the Moroccans. They spot cameras, and they spot viewers searching for them and watching them train. Strike four.
Definitely. Like, they do this to understand how you guys are planning on playing your game. How are you going to be the host of the sport, of the tournament, and this is what you are doing and acting like? Like, this is just the bare minimum of the amount of crazy stuff that have went through at this tournament. This is just the minimum. Let's go into and get into some of the most blatant crazy stuff that have happened in this tournament. And I'm going to show you another video.
Then we get to the game. At the match, a few hours before, it is actually explained that the Senegalese will only get 3,000 tickets allocated to them. Strike 5.
3,000 tickets out of almost 70, if I'm not mistaken, 75 or 78,000. Or yeah, out of that, you are only giving the other side 3,000 seats, 2 to 3,000 seats, which means you have 70,000 or 60 something thousand people. How is that fair? How is that fair? Because we all know it. Let's be fair. If you're going into this, being a West African, if let's just put it like this: if you are not a North African country, going watching this game, you are supporting Senegal. We all know this straight up. Why? Because how the Arab African treat the black African. First of all, number one, how they treat them. Number two, we have seen how they played with Nigeria. What they did to Nigeria and the goalkeeper of Nigeria. That's when they started with the flags. Yo, ball boys do not have no authority. A ball boy is never gonna jump in the field and start doing those type of activities unless they are told. And I have proof that this is true. We're gonna play it after this video.
And then the match begins. Senegal scores a goal. They visually see the ball go into the goal, but it's disallowed. And in my opinion, justifiably. It wasn't a goal. It was offsides. However,
it wasn't offsides. The reason what happened, they said there was a little bit push and pull, which was also bullshit. And you can tell the referee is scared. The referee is scared. I can't blame him, but he is scared. You are in Morocco. You have about 70,000 people ready to rip your head off with any little thing you say that goes against them. And they've been doing it since the semifinals.
the ref did not go check it on VAR.
If you don't know what VAR is, it's the replay. It's when the referee goes to replay, because before in soccer we have a lot of mistakes that happen that the referees do not catch, and there's no VAR to catch it. So that's when the referee goes to check out the basketball players and football players. You guys have this already. We had this not a few years ago. They go to check to see if it is a foul or not. The referee actually blew his whistle before he even gave the chance to go check that. The rule is after the referee blows his whistle, you can no longer go to VAR to check. Now, after that, we're going to see what happened.
The game is about to end. Morocco gets a penalty. What happens is that the entire stadium is actually quite unsure of what happened.
Yep.
And so the energy in the stadium was very, very odd. It was confusion. Actually, folks in the media tribune thought that Brahim Diaz had been given a red card because of how much he was arguing. In that moment, the pandemonium ensued. You could feel the frustration from the Senegalese fans, the Deuxième Gand. And for context, they are a fan group who are meant to travel with Senegal, and they're meant and paid for by the government to support the team. So they feel a certain responsibility to push the team forward.
Yep.
When the ref went to VAR, after not having checked VAR for Senegal's goal, the collective agreement between...
Yo, how do you not check the VAR for the first one? And in the second one, after Morocco felt like there was a penalty on Ibrahim Diaz. How do I even see the same name with this guy? Shit, I can't talk bad there. But after they said he started complaining in front of the whole stadium, jumping and doing all type of crazy stuff to the referee. And the referee stopped the game and went to check it. If this ain't manipulation at its best, tell me what it is. They wouldn't go to VAR to check for Senegal's to check if Senegal's was push and pull, if it was a foul or not. They wouldn't check that one between Hakimi and I can't remember who it was. They wouldn't check that one, but Ibrahim Diaz complaining, because many people was lost. Ibrahim Diaz complaining over there made the referee go check that, and he came back and said it's a penalty. Man, wherever I was so man, my blood was so boiling. I don't even know. If I was Trump, I would have sent a strike on Morocco. Yeah, right away. If I was Trump, that's how I was feeling. I ain't gonna lie, that's how I was feeling. So now after that, Senegal said they ain't gonna play, and I am not gonna lie. At that moment of the game, I was that was all I was hoping for. Senegal to walk out the stadium and leave them in shame and let them win the trophy in shame. In shame. Because that is what it was gonna be. Oh, I was so mad. The whole of Africa, I felt like it was Africa versus Morocco. That's how I felt like. Yeah, Egypt can go sit down. You know, I used to be. I never even liked Egypt back in the days when they used to go against finals with Cameroon and Ivory Coast when Didier Drogba was. When those, we all know those generation I'm talking about. Never liked them anyways, but they did win a lot of trophies. They did. But now Morocco, I don't even remember Morocco being one of Africa's giants in soccer. I can't remember that. I can't even remember that. But since they are the hosts of it, it gave them back. But let's go.
Between the Senegalese fans was no, we're not going to stand for this.
Nah.
And while it may have been a penalty, and while the referee may have had the right decision, the way that he went about it created a tremendous amount of tension in the stadium and created this moment of absolute frustration between the Senegalese fans and the Moroccans. And that's when the violence ensued. The Senegalese fans pushed themselves onto the banister, started kicking and pushing, and violence really did ensue. We don't condone violence at all, but that is an explanation for why it erupted. The Senegalese players then decided to leave the field. Their coach took them off the field. Pape Thiaw said, no, we're going to leave, we're going to leave, we're going to leave.
Yep.
Mane stayed on the field, as a captain should. And after 5 or 6 minutes passed, he said, no, guys, come back. As men, we'll play this final. And
now, looking back to this game, oh my God, this game was such a roller coaster. It was such a roller coaster. Looking back at this game and seeing Mane calling them, I ain't gonna lie, I was mad at Mane. In that moment, I was mad at Mane. Because I was like, if they come out and they kick this penalty and they score and win this game, oh, hell nah. I wouldn't have enjoyed that to go that way. I wouldn't have enjoyed that. If Morocco would have scored that penalty and the game was over, I wouldn't have enjoyed that. So I was in the heat of the moment. I was mad at Mane when I see him doing this. Come on. I'm like, get the fuck on out of this. Get the hell out of here. But a few of them were still there. Oh, man. But God told me, I knew he was going to miss. Boy, I saw it. Boy, I know my neighbors know that I talk too damn much. I celebrated with so much joy. Oh, my God.
The penalty was saved. Brahim Diaz did something that I think a lot of Moroccans will question for the next 30 to 40 years. Mm-hmm. He decided to do a light chip. Edouard Mendy caught it. Senegal then went on to kind of retake the momentum. Pape Gueye scored an incredible goal, and Morocco was not able to come back. But if you had questions about why and what happened during that game, that's the explanation. Thank you so much. It's been 5-a-side in Morocco. We're about to take our flight. We really appreciate all.
Man, fuck Morocco. I ain't rocking with Morocco right now. I don't like Morocco right now. I ain't gonna lie. Let's go see. This guy explains the tactics they use. This guy explains it very well. Let's go see this.
Egypt. I don't know if you notice it. Before the penalty, something happened before the penalty. Our goalkeeper, Stanley Wamba, the greatest goalkeeper in Africa, believe it or not, that is it.
Well, that's Mendy, but we'll give you that.
Very well. He usually goes with his towel. This towel is for drying of hand glove and sometimes wiping off sweat in case if you have one. So, and it is legally permitted. Watch the video that's playing behind me.
He's gonna show you.
That is the entrance of the second half. When they're coming in for the start of the second half, and in his usual way, he's the prayer warrior. Of course, he called them once again for prayers. Check that circle. From the prayer where they are praying, you see. Check his right hand. Drop it there. The towel.
Okay, his towel. Because we know in Morocco, the way their weather is, when it starts raining and all those stuff, the gloves can get very slippery, which the goalkeeper don't want too much of that. He don't want it too dry. He also don't want it too slippery. Excuse me. So he carries a towel. Now come see what the Moroccans are doing with this towel. I thought this was only the ball boys, but watch.
And you see, he drop it there, and God permit me post to the time of penalty. This time around for the penalty. And in his usual way again, he called them for penalty. He quickly remembered the incident that happened before. And he turned and called the staff. And he handed him over the towel.
You see? He handed the staff the towel because they always take his towel away. The towel he need to wipe his face to see the ball and wipe his gloves. They always take it. So now this is Nigerian staff taking the towel. Look
at the staff. Look at him. This man. Look at him.
You see?
Behind me. That towel that is going out with is Stanley Mabale's towel. Now look at them. Look at the two goalkeepers listening to the referee, and watch his hand. Watch Mabale's hand. The towel wasn't with him anymore because he kept it. After stopping the second goal, the second penalty, he needed to wipe his face. Look at what he did. Look at.
Keep in mind, this is
his clothes, because he don't have the towel with him. That's what I'm talking about.
That's Egypt right there.
If you don't know what prompted him to do this, just watch this video.
Now watch.
You see this video you're watching right now?
You see?
That was our match against Morocco. When
against
the match
Morocco.
was still going on, he dropped his.
This is security.
Look
at them saying, giving the okay.
Security. Look at accredited member, somebody that passed through accreditation. Look at. One, but they brought another one. See the black one. Now look at. Immediately, look at. Have you seen it? Look at.
See?
Immediately, the boy crossover took it. Immediately, crossover again. In the glare, full glare
and tossed it.
Of security. Full glare of security. Yet, up to today,
his name is on the tower.
Statement officially.
Both of them, security and the ball boy. And you want to tell me Morocco ain't rigging this tournament? With all the things we've seen in this game, man. I hope that, man.
Condemning this act. Tell me what you think about all these actions. Tell me about that. What you think about it.
Nasty
Is it
work,
nice
man.
To happen in AFCON?
Nasty work.
So let me hear from you in the comment section. All right? Remember, football without violence. That's what we preach.
Nasty work, man.
Li ñaaw na billaay ñu ngi yàq restaurant jàmbur li ñaaw na xool leen lii xool leen.
So this is angry Moroccan fans attacked a Senegalese woman's restaurant in Morocco following their defeat. I knew it. I knew it was gonna take a matter of time before they started this. The Arab African cannot not show his fuckery. Cannot not show his fuckery. He over his dead body, that he do not show his ass over his dead body.
ñu ngi agressé gars yi. ñu ngi agressé gars yi gis ngeen. naar yaa ngi agressé restaurant Mama Africa.
Wow. So fucking losers, bro. So fucking losers. But I hope Morocco will come to. We are the bigger side. They will feel the wrath of Africa. They should feel the wrath of Africa. Any country that Morocco plays in Africa, they should remind them of the fuckery they did to us. They should remind them every single way, every single corruption possibly way, they should receive it. They should receive it. They should. This is the celebration in Senegal right now. Oh, the trophy is in Africa. It's in Senegal now. Yeah. This man is an African hero. African hero right here. Oh, I knew the country gonna be. Woo! That's how you welcome. Oh my God. That is crazy. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at Morocco. This. Look at this.
Africa did not deserve Morocco coming from a Moroccan player, because if you reposted it, meaning it's coming from your heart. And Moroccans have to know, Africa don't need Morocco.
Thank you.
I made a video, I said this is the most organized championship when it comes to facilities. Vibe, I don't know how it's going to be, but the vibe failed us at the end of the day, because this championship was made to clean up the mess since 1973. Morocco did not win AFCON. So they host this AFCON to win it. You can see everything, bro. Senegal scored. No VAR check. That is the time I said, come on, this game failed us. The game failed
Africa
us.
doesn't deserve.
You understand?
Morocco.
So we went there.
Well, yeah, Europe. Please take these people. Europe, adapt them. Adapt them. We don't.
Africa did not.
Yo, I really hope that. I really hope with all this thing that's going on, I really hope that the World Cup doesn't play in Morocco in 2030. I really hope it doesn't, and I really hope shame on CAF for all they're doing. A big shame on them. A big shame on them. But I know the corruption and how they was gonna act. I knew that was gonna happen. I seen it coming. I knew they are so losers and they was gonna do this. I seen it coming. But you guys let me know in the comment section what you think. I think this is very clear that it is corrupted. They rigged this tournament. God helped Senegal to win this, and I'm very glad that the trophy wasn't won by the Moroccans. That was the greatest thing to happen. Let's see what fuckery FIFA would have to say in this, because I know they're gonna have some type of repercussions for Senegalese people, players leaving the field during that time, and they probably gonna ban the coach for. He probably wouldn't be coaching for Senegal again for a very long time if he does. But he will go down as one of the best coaches. This is his first time coming to coach Senegal, and he won the trophy for them. With that being said, thank you. If not subscribe or follow, which helps my channel a lot. Thank you.